AITA for making my wife and Mill feel worse about themselves? Earlier today my wife, 2 young kids, Mill, dog, and I went to a Christmas tree lot to pick out a tree for our home and my Mil's home. My Mill has been away for a while now, so I offered for her to go in the car with my wife, kids, and dog, while I took another car and followed behind. While at the Christmas tree lot, very predictably our daughter tripped and fell face first into a large puddle. Also very predictably, we had not brought any kind of change of clothes, so that effectively ended our afternoon of making memories. I carried our daughter back to our car and put her in while my wife and Mill got our son and dog and put them in the car. As we were leaving, they said they had to stop on the way home and then would be right there. I went right home and got a bath ready for our daughter and started prepping for supper. A little while later my wife came in the door with our daughter followed by my Mill with our son. All was good for over an hour until at one point my Mill looked around and said, "Where's the dog?" At that point I realized that I hadn't seen the dog since the dog went into the car at the tree lot. My wife and I ran to the car, threw open the hatchback and there was our dog laying down in the back. Thankfully she was unharmed and just seemed bored. Here's where I get upset. This is the 3rd time that my wife has accidentally left our dog in the car for an extended period of time. We have been very fortunate that every time she has done so, it has been a comfortable temperature outside and a window has been down for the dog to breathe. So, given that this was the 3rd time, I was very pissed and I let her know it right away. My wife explained it was because she had both kids and our daughter was mostly naked because we stripped off her wet clothes before we put her in the car. She was focused on that and not on our dog. I decided to go for a walk because I was pissed off and wanted some space. My wife followed me and said she wanted to discuss it at that moment. So, standing outside, I told her how I was pissed at her and her mom because our dog could have died, again, from her not paying attention. She again said that she was busy with the kids and it wasn't on purpose so I shouldn't be mad at her. We came to a bit of a standstill and I said I needed to go for a walk so I could clear my head. Her mom was watching the kids in the house while this was happening. When I got back, my Mill was gone. So my wife and I talked everything through and came to a resolution. However, later on that night my wife was talking to her mother on the phone about what happened. Her mother firmly believes that I am in the wrong and that I should not have made my wife feel worse for forgetting the dog, that I had no right to be angry, and that I should apologize to her, my Mill, for being upset at my wife when she, my Mill, was in our house. Her reaction got me thinking, AITA? YTA. This is a classic example of a mom being burdened by the mental load she's taken on for the family. She's in the car with an elderly, Mill, 2 young kids, and a pet. Op is in the car with nothing. When they reach the destination, Mom has to care for everyone while Op did not help to check on all passengers. If Op took on part of the mental load and checked on all passengers, he would have gotten the dog. Op said this has happened 3 times. I'm thinking all the 3 times have also been the same, Mom being burdened by the mental load and has no capacity to function well. Yes, she feels bad. But you should be supporting her, helping her carry the excess mental load, you should not be blaming her. Hope Op can pick up on the mental load. Op mentions that he went back to prepare the bath and supper. These are helping with tasks, it's not the same as being burdened with mental load.